Now let's talk more about the NSA leaker, an update there. Edward Snowden remains stuck in a Moscow airport this morning, despite Russian media reports saying that he'd been cleared to leave the airport. This as the White House is turning up the heat, demanding the NSA leaker be turned over to the U.S. immediately to stand trial. Phil Black is tracking the latest developments from Moscow, and Brianna Keeler is live from the White House this morning to talk more about this. Phil, first, let me just get an update from you. There was some confusion. Did he have the papers to leave the airport? Did he not have the papers? So where does that stand at this moment?
In the end, he didn't get the papers, Kate. His lawyer thought he was going to get them yesterday. The Russian media started reporting that he had received them and he was on his way out of the terminal, but that didn't happen. His lawyer says there's a delay. He just simply blames that on what he says is the complexity of the case. But there's another issue too, and that is that these decisions in this case are being made from high up within the Russian government, and the Russian government knows that if it lets him out of this airport terminal, then that's going to trigger an angry reaction from the United States.
Absolutely, and that's absolutely right, Phil. And that brings me to you, Brianna, because this latest information, was he going to be able to leave or not? Obviously, sending the White House spinning, making phone calls, trying to do as much as they can to get the outcome that they want. What are you hearing from how the White House is reacting this morning?
That's right. The administration very much reacting here, Kate. Secretary of State John Kerry called his counterpart. This is the highest level of these conversations that we're aware of. He called Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov to really say a couple of things. One, to figure out what the exact status is of Snowden amid these reports that he'll be able to leave the Moscow airport, and also to put pressure on Russia. If he leaves, this is what we were told by the State Department spokesperson. Lavrov was told by Kerry this will be very disappointing to America. And you may obviously think disappointing is a pretty mild word, but that's Diplo speak for the U.S. will be really ticked off if this happens. This has gotten way beyond the level the White House and the administration wants. President Obama had to weigh in a couple weeks ago with Putin, and this is something he didn't want to have to do, Kate.
So the pressure campaign is on, Phil. There are clearly high-level conversations going on, but what will work and when will his status change? What are you hearing about what's next?
Well, for the moment, Snowden has little choice but to continue waiting in this terminal. He's approaching 5 weeks since he arrived here, and his lawyer says it looks like hitting somewhere around that time, but he could, in theory, receive the necessary paperwork at any time. Until he learns any more, Snowden's lawyer says he is studying Russian language, Russian culture, and he now says he wants to stay here in the long term, wants to settle here longer than the 1-year temporary asylum that he's already applied for, Kate.
And while all of that is going on in Moscow and in Russia, Brianna, back here at home, the House attempting to take some action, or at least some members of the House attempting to take some action to stop the surveillance program that Edward Snowden revealed. But that was defeated. So what's the latest on that?
Narrowly defeated. This bill, Kate, would have said to the NSA, if you're going to be gathering Americans' phone records, as we found out from Edward Snowden they were doing, it would have to be related to a specific investigation. But again, it failed. The Senate's not expected to take it up. The White House wasn't on board with it. But you have a lot of kind of interesting bedfellows, liberal Democrats and conservative Republicans, registering their discontent on this.
All right, Brianna, great to see you as always. Phil Black, great to see you as well. Thanks, you guys, so much. Still remains a question. When will he leave? What will he do if he leaves, Chris? And no one has the answer to that at this moment.
But everybody's going to be waiting.